All right, hey everyone. What if you could make one small change and then improve your ACT math scores? You don't need to spend a lot of time or money, and you can learn different math concepts and test taking strategies. That's what our goal is here with the ACT Math Quick Hits. So there's our rundown of the math section of the ACT. We got our questions, Desmos calculator, and the breakdown of the content. So let's get back into it. So today's question is actually one of the most mathy questions that we'll have. And we're definitely going to be wanting to use our Desmos graphing calculator. This is going to help us tremendously on this question. So we get into it and we see it tells us the initial speed in miles per hour of a certain car that skids to a stop can be estimated by multiplying the length of the skid in feet by 35 and taking the square root of that product. According to this method, what is the estimated initial speed in miles per hour of a car when it makes 108 foot skid? There we go. All right, so it sounds pretty rough, but what does it tell us to do? It says estimated by multiplying the length of the skid, right, times 35, and then taking the square root of that whole thing. So this is what we're doing. So very wordy question here, but really the math is just one or two operations. Well, it tells us the length of the skid is 108 feet. So what we want to do, let's make that a little bit of one there, right? What we want to do is just multiply these things together and then take the square root of that. So if we go over to Desmos and we start doing that, 108 times 35, right? It gives us 3,780, and then we can take the square root of that. Well, if we look at our answer choices, right, none of our answer choices match up to that. So we don't need to freak out. What the problem wants you to do in the mathematical concept would be to reduce that radical so it matches one of those over there. Right, find factors that are perfect squares. Well, that's going to be ridiculous, right? There's no time for that on this ACT math question. So what we can do though is we can really speed this up by using the test against it, right? We can put in all those answer choices and see which one matches up. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different with my Desmos here. I'm going to do Control-C to copy and then Control-V to paste. So that's going to speed things up. Otherwise, you got to come down, like here, I'll show you what else you can do. Otherwise, you got to come down here to the Desmos keyboard and then put this in and then like type in your answers, and it just takes a little extra time. So it's much quicker to Control-C and then Control-V and then go to the next one and put that answer choice in, right? So all we're doing is we're using the test answers against it, and we're just trying to figure out which one of these will match up to this 61.48. Obviously, we're not there yet, right? Control-V allows me to bring that back up, and then I try the next answer choice. 6 times the square root of 105. Oh, and there we are, right? Notice those two things match up. I don't need to waste time checking the other one. I got it, right? Boom, choice C, and now we're moving on. So again, I know that these aren't the most interesting and entertaining videos, but remember, your future self will appreciate the fact that you liked and subscribed and put in some time with the ACT.